So how do we contract fever? So in this video, we're going to talk about how we contract fever or malaria. So most of us do think that this organism, which is called a mosquito, is the actual cause of fever or malaria, but it's not. It's like the vector of an organism, which is a protozoan called plasmodium. This plasmodium is the actual cause of malaria because they are polymorphic, which means they can transform into different forms. Polymorphic. So I'm going to explain everything. The thing here is that let's take a look at this organism M, which is mosquito. So we all know that the female Anopheles mosquito, they are the one that suck blood from human. They suck blood from human for nutrients, but in their salivary gland, whenever they are, let me say this is, for example, now this is a skin of a human. So when they come to you and start, they use this their needle-like structure, which is known as the proboscis, to suck from our skin, from our blood, like through our skin, and suck our blood. So during that time they are sucking our blood, in the salivary gland, this plasmodium, they are in there. So they will get injected into our body, and through there they will undergo some cycles, which we call the plasmodium cycle, which we are going to explain very briefly. So when these plasmodium are in our body, they will undergo a process which is known as schizography to become sporozoites. Immediately they enter our body, they will start going straight to the liver. So they will start like within 3 minutes, 2 minutes, they are already in the liver. And when they get to the liver, they will start dividing because they're not stable, because they're polymorphic. They start dividing into 1,000 amoeboid, like called merozoites. Now, these merozoites, they will also divide to form trophozoites. Like it's just like a growing amoeboid, like a growing merozoite will become a trophozoite. Now, a fully grown trophozoite will become a schizoid through a process known as schizogony. The thing here is that I talk about this in this porozoid stage. I talk about the obey in the liver, but in this merozoid, trophozoid, schizoid, by this time they've already reached the red blood corpuscle that start attacking the red blood cells. So, and again, when they are let me say dividing, or in this trophozoid stage, in this trophozoid stage converting to the schizoids, whenever they are dividing, these trophozoids, especially like in this trophozoids to this schizoid stage, they will start releasing some waste materials which are highly toxic. It is this waste material which are highly toxic is the one that leads to the fever we have. Now, in this schizoid stage, I talk about how we have fever, but I'll explain more to it. In this schizoid stage, these schizoids, they'll start dividing again into, let me say, 8 to 12 nucleated cells called merozoites, again called merozoites. So they keep on dividing. This constant dividing, as they keep on dividing from the merozoite to the trophozoite to the schizoid, and from the schizoid to the merozoite to the trophozoite again, is they will keep on releasing granule of waste products and toxic collects, which make us have this fever, which reoccurs at irregular interval. So there are some merozoites which doesn't convert back into trophozoites and to the schizoids again. Those merozoites, they are now called the gamonts. This one, they don't divide again, like they are specific merozoites that doesn't divide again. They are known as the gamonts. And these gamonts, there is the male gamont, which is known as the micro gametocyte, and there is the female gamont, is known as the macro gametocyte. And this is basically how they reproduce but the development of these gametocytes does not take place in the body of the human again. It takes place in the body of the mosquito. Because when they come to a malaria, let me say a person that has fever already, to come and suck again, so they will inject, or they will not inject, they will extract, or let me say, should I say extract, they will take back those gametocytes and into their body, which these gametocytes will not develop in their body. So now let's talk about how we can cure this malaria and the kind of medicine we should take to cure them. But first, there are different type of malaria and fever. I want to explain them briefly, and the kind of plasmodium, because there is three different type of plasmodium, which is plasmodium vivax, plasmodium malaria, and plasmodium falciparum. So I'm going to explain it. So there is the different type of plasmodium, which is the plasmodium vivax, plasmodium malaria, and the plasmodium falciparum. So this plasmodium vivax, they cause tertiary malaria. This tertiary malaria, it occur every, let's say, 40 to 80 hours. Why the second one on the list is the plasmodium malaria, which causes quantum fever, and this occur every 72 hours. And the last one on the list is the plasmodium falciparum, which causes tropical fever. This is one of them, or pernicious malaria, it's also known as pernicious malaria. It occur at regular interval, like it's or anytime, regular intervals. So these are the examples of plasmodium. So what about the cure for malaria or fever? So we're going to explain. It depends on the stage, because that's why when we go to a hospital, they always do a blood test, so they can know the kind of stage, because they're polymorphic, so we can know the kind of stage they are in, so we can know the kind of drug we will take. Because if you are prescribed any drug, it won't work. So we're going to explain why they do the test and get to it. When you talk about the cure for malaria or fever based on the stage they're in. So if it's like, let me say they are in the, if like, not normally when they enter the body, the first place they will attack is the liver. So if they are in the liver stage, we are going to use this drug called paludrin and primaquine. They will help to kill the stage in the liver. They will kill the stage in the liver. So, but if they are in the merozoite stage, just like we said just now, or the trophozoite stage, we are going to use quinine and primaquine. This will help kill the merozoite and trophozoite. But if it's in the gametocyte stage, we'll use quinine and chloroquine. This will help to kill the stage in the gametocytes. So that is all for malaria, mosquito, all that. So thanks for watching. Please do subscribe. Thank you.